違うのが出るんですよ。
あ、こうすると
うん。だから予約したときに A っていう URL があるから、郡山さんみんなで教えたんですけど、そこには結びついてないから、他のがこうやってできるんですよ、これが。
なるほどね。
で今なんかこれで YouTube で、これを持ってる人はここで見れるんです。
なるほど。
不思議やね。なんで違うのができるかわからんね。で、今に毎日違うの送って今が見れへんやないかっていつもイライラしてるっていう。ね、もうややこしいですよね。ありがとうございます。はい。Can you hear me? I'm going to put the translation on so that you don't get the noise in Japanese. So you can hear me now. Maybe I should move this one here.
Are you talking to us, Yoko?
すみません。あ、そっか。それ、そう、あ、いい感じ。ありがとうございます。はい。ありがとうございます。Okay, they're getting ready. 写真撮っといてもらっていいですか、時々。写メでいいんです。写真撮ってもらっていいですか、現地審査の様子。撮ってはります？撮ってます？また送ってもらっていいですか？お願いします。お願いします。また引き続きお願いします。写真。お願いします。Okay, shall we start? That's so excited. So let me start presentation or the consent evaluation for Matsubara Elementary School to become a member of International Network of Safe School. Today, my name is Nagao. I'm going to chair this consent evaluation. Thank you very much for your cooperation in advance. At the beginning, I would like to invite our principal to make presentation. His name is Kanda, by the way. Hello, my name is Kanda. I'm the principal of Matsubara Elementary School. Good morning, everybody. Finally, we are having on-site evaluation, and we have Yoko, and we have Sightfire, two Sightfire, the grandmother from New Zealand, and Manshune from China. Thank you very much for your cooperation and support to our school's activities. And we also have a representative from Board of Education, Manager Mr. Imamori, and other members. Thank you very much for your cooperation and support. And we started Safe School in 2018, that was July 18th. Since then, we have been working hard to make our school safer in collaboration with the teachers and the student. Of course, community have been supporting to a great extent. Today, I'm so excited that the Satfire is going to listen to our presentation, especially that kids are going to take a great role in the presentation. We have some students, they are the representative, and they're going to make a presentation on behalf of all the students. So now I'd like to invite the student, I guess a student, he said, to make a presentation. So, and then before we make presentation, I'd like to introduce the Sapphires. Firstly, the person who are with us today, Yoko. おはようございます。よろしくお願いします。よろしくお願いします。よろしくお願いします。これつけてるので座ったままでごめんなさい。お願いします。Okay. And also on the other end of the internet, we have sapphires. Firstly, grandmother from New Zealand.
Hi, yo gozaimasu. Hisashiburi.
And we also have one Shui from China.
Hello, good morning.
Thank you very much for your support in advance. Before we make presentation. Oh, good morning. Thank you very much for your support in advance. Huh? 私の声が言ってますね。Now we have some time difference here. Right. Okay, now he and Mr. ISS is going to fix it, so don't worry about it, they said. Right.
現地審査に先立ちまして、松原市長、
So before we make presentation, we want to show the video clip from the mayor to the student.
画面をご覧くださ
So
い。
please take a look. So it's the same video clip, but there are different names of the school. Do you wanna have the translation again? It's the same that
It's okay.
yesterday. But then just a summary of what he's saying. He's saying that the know-how schools have gained can be applied to the COVID-19 pandemic. So because the experience and knowledge which we gained from school can be used for the different challenges in the society, not only for the self-promotion. And so, and the strategies you have learned through the Safe School program, you can overcome the COVID-19 pandemics, even though we are under such a hard time. Or you know that what can cause the infection, or how you could be infected by COVID-19, and how you can prevent getting infected. So, and in addition to that, you can be such creative in terms of the overcome and the going through such hard conditions. And you can be connected to the Safe School program as well. And if you know what to do and how to overcome it, you don't need to worry about any problem in your life, including COVID-19 at the moment. So I will always support you. Thank you for the message.
実は松原市という
And I would like to introduce our honorable guest from the Board of Education. We have the Vice Director of School Education Bureau, Mr. Yamamori, and he's saying hello guys, and best make your best, and we're looking forward to your presentation. And also we have a representative from PTA and also Vice President. and Mr. Yoshida and Ms. Han is going to be with us today.
本来であれば、
Oh, it's such unfortunate that we couldn't invite community representatives because of the
新型
COVID-19
コロナ感染症対策のため、
pandemics. The number of the
控えさせていただいております。
person to be in this room is regulated, so we cannot invite them. But I hope we can take a look of the video later on.
ただいまから、
So
取り組み
shall we start the presentation about
ISS
ISS
活動である
program in
本校主席
of our
川口
schools? So I'm going to invite the teacher Kawaguchi and school nurse Morioka,
並びに
public health teacher Morioka, and the member of a student council.
なお、児童部会のメンバーにつきましては、 報告
And I'm sorry that
大玉の授業の方に戻る予定になって
after their presentation, they have to go back to the classes. So I'm sorry about that. So maybe you should make questions after the presentation. Okay. Okay. They are making some so maybe you should make questions after the presentation. Okay. Can you see me?
Yeah.
You can hear me. Okay.
Yes.
Because they changed some settings, so I couldn't hear you for a moment, but I think it's back now. Yeah, it's okay. 大丈夫です。聞こえます。And can you see the screen? なんでこう2つここに出てるの大丈夫なんですか ?Okay, good.
今、一個課長が調整に持って
なるほど、なるほど。なるほど。
戻ります。
Okay. AD さんみたいですね。
5日目に
慣れたもんですね。Okay, maybe we should start presentation. はい、すみません、ありがとうございます。
それでは、報告をさせていただき
So, okay, I guess everything is ready.
ます。まず、松原小学校の概要から
So,
私の
we would like to explain about the overview of Matsubara Elementary School.
本校の学校目標は、学びや高めや
これ
つながり合う子ども集団の
And we have set up the goal of the school like study together and then accept or together and connected together.
この松原中学校区連携のキーワードもつながりとなっていて、
So the connection among the student and with the teachers and also with the other schools is very important. So keyword can be connected.
続いて松原小学校の遠隔
And here is the history of Matsubara Elementary School.
松原小学校の遠隔はご覧のようになっています。
And I'm not going to go through all those histories because it takes some time, so you can take a look. And but I would like to say emphasis on something about those classes for the student who need special care
そ
or
れに
support.
関しては
But we are going to explain that later.
学校の規模ですが、
As for the size of the school,
全児童
as a total, we have 400 students,
全学年
and
9年
each
生の
each grade from grade 1 to 6 have 2 classes, and that's kind of middle-sized class in the city.
過去5年間の児童
And
数の推移を
please take a look at the trend of the number of the students for the last 5 years. As you can see,
児童数は
the number has been on decline.
その一方
I
で
know, but on the other hand, the number of the students who need a special support are on increase.
このような
So
傾向も
with that kind of
現在
trend,
松原小学校に
we
別
now
の支援
have
学級があり
6 classes for the student who need special support, and
共に
however, they are not separated to others. They are also learning together and growing together. We are trying to have inclusive
学級
education.
変化の流れ 一日の自定
And now I'd like to explain a little bit about the time schedule for a day.
1年を通して見ると
Through the year,
3学期制のもと
we have 3 semesters.
年間さまざまな行事に
And in the 3 semesters, we have a lot of events and activities.
続いて1日の時点です
For
が
a day schedule,
授業は1日
we have the students stay at school for around 6 hours.
授業と授業の
In
間には
between those classes, we have 10 minutes recess.
加えて
In addition to that, between the second class and third class, we have 20 minutes recess.
給食とトーク
And
の後に
after the
15分の
lunch and cleaning time,
長い
we have 15 minutes break. We call lunch break. That's relatively long break we
給
consider.
食の後には
After the lunchtime,
児童全員で分担を決めて
all students start clean the school. So we call it cleaning time, and they have responsibility to keep their school clean as well.
次は松原小学校の
And this is the location of the schools, the classes, and the layout of the school building, especially those areas with the red circle. That is a kind of entrance, and kids change their shoes from outside shoes to the kind of inside shoes. So therefore, it's kind of busy place all the time, and it has poor vision.
ここからは
So here's some information about the community surrounding in the school.
松原小学校は
Matsubara Elementary School have 3 areas: the Ueda, Shindo,
西
and
大
Nishi-Otsuka.
大きく3つの
So our area is divided to those 3 areas,
それぞれの
and each area have
大きな道路が
road running through.
こうになります。
So it's kind of heavy traffic area.
その中で
Among them,
上田地区の
now you can see the stars in the center of the Ueda area. That is a high risk point in terms of the traffic
この箇所は
because it doesn't have traffic lights at the intersection. However, a heavy traffic,
通学の時間に
especially at the commuting time in the morning, we have a lot of bicycle running through.
ただ
However, even though that kind of situations, we have a lot of volunteers in the communities. They stand at the corner every day in the morning at the time and then the time in the afternoon when the kids go home, taking care of the safety of the children in terms of the traffic.
後に述べます
So although I'm going to explain a little bit more details and later, we do have traffic safety as one of the priorities. The reason of that,
地域的に大きな河川が
and because our area don't have big river and we don't have big leisure facilities,
災害のリスクよりも
so we don't have big risk in terms of the natural disasters and crimes. So therefore, the traffic safety become more prioritized compared to other areas.
こちらの表をご覧ください。
And please take a look at this table.
これは
Please,
ISS
slide 12.
取り組みの概要を
This is the summary of the program we have conducted to become an international safe school and network member.
皆さんもご
As
存
you
知の
can
ように
already know that
2019
since 2019, the end of 2019,
新型コロナウイルスの
we had the situation has been changed due to the COVID-19 expansion. So from the changes in Japan,
3月
the from the March to July into the 2020s, many schools had to close, or like they decided divided the student to come to school, so their student took turn to come to school to have less student in the school building at the time.
それにより、2019年度
So in fiscal school year 2019, we had 1 month close.
登校に
We had to close school a month. In 2020, we have 2 months less school days in 2020.
それに加え
In addition to that,
新しい
we had to change our lifestyle
導入に伴い
in a way. We call it the new lifestyle. And the students are required to change their behavior in the classroom, playground, and study.
後ほど科学の
Later on, we are going to explain the situation, how our lifestyle has been influenced from those new lifestyle, but we always have to consider what the impact we got from the COVID-19 expansion.
ここで香港の紹介動画を
And from now on, let me show you the video clip we have developed.
見ていただきたいと思います。
We're not hearing anything, Yoko.
No, I don't hear anything yet either.
Okay.
They're fixing, I guess, because we so many code here, so I don't know which is which, but I guess,
Oh, that's okay. Well,
fixed
just so
it.
long as
Yeah.
we can see and hear you, that's all good.
yeah, I will explain. Okay, now they put the video on. Okay, we are the representative of the student. I'd like to give you the floor to the school. Here is inside the buildings. We in the hallway we have mirrors, and we also have posters telling you that you should keep the right on. ちょっと待って。ちょっと待って。Wait a second. Maybe it's hard for you to see the face because of the light reflecting on the screen. なのね。そうなんですよ。すみません、ありがとうございます。すごい光って映ってる感じが。Better. Yes. はい、大丈夫です。Better for you to watch? OK。大丈夫です。ありがとうございます。Okay, I'd like to explain about the ISS corner. And the lot of posters and materials we can share in terms of the safety promotion. And here is ISS board, and each student committee explaining what they are doing to promote safety at school. A lot of them. And this is an injury map in the school on school campus. And also this is they've also developed a safety newsletter. And first grade student developed those ISS posters. More comes. And then this is also other posters, I guess. And this is a school district safety map produced by the third grade student. And also ISS posters developed by the first grade student. We have developed a lot of materials from the first grade student to sixth grade student to make us all the students feel like safety is very important. We should improve together. So here is a daily life activity. So we have recess and clean time and P class. I'm going to explain about it. This is the recess time. You can see many kids are playing on the playground, and we love dodgeball and run and catch the game. We call it run and catch. So we so many kids running around the playground, and then on the other hand, then we have a lot of kids playing with the ball, so they cannot pay enough attention to their surroundings. And this is a cleaning time. We have responsibility to keep our learning environment clean and tidy. So we wipe and take all those dust and trash away and wipe the floor with a wet uh, mop. And even those entrance areas, except classroom, and, as well as classroom, we clean up all the places in the school every day. First grade students have responsibility to teach those first grade students how to clean up the school building. So they are not familiar with to use those mops and that kind of thing. So to make them be able to clean up in a proper way. And and this is a P class, and we have a lot of things to do, like this kind of equipment. Uh, we have a lot of equipment to be used. Um, and sometimes we get hit by to those equipment. We also have the student council or committees who are taking care of certain issues. And here is a greeting campaign we conduct every day. And at front of the schools, we stand up. And every time we see the friends come, say good morning, and to make our friends feel happy to come to school. Good morning, good morning. So that seems to be a little bit shy. And they when they have P class, they make those playground even and take all those stones out. And they also clean up those storage, which is located beside the playground, and to make sure that all those sports equipment are kept in tidy and clean and in a good condition. And as for the student council of the committee of the taking the animal, they clean up the animals' houses. So ISS is a program which we all get involved to make our school safer. And those student committees are leading all the movements. So I would like to show you some of the program our committee are taking the lead. And for the health and lunch committees developing the injury map. Cannot hear what she's saying though. I cannot hear what she's saying, but they're making presentation about the result of the injury analysis, I think. And she's saying that what is a prompt injury occurrence in the playground and how we can prevent it. That's what she said, I guess. And this is only the part of activities. So I'd like to show you more to come. And they're showing you the different kind of activities. The student committee of the environment, they plant flowers like this. And then also the representative committee, they are in charge of greeting campaign. And then library committees, they visit younger grade student classes and read books for them. And also they make a presentation about the ISS to the younger generation. And representative committees and they have a meeting with other schools through the online. They have a meeting with other schools. So we have a lot of activities to promote safety at school setting. So did you get any ideas, some idea how we are working to make our school safer from the viewpoint of students? I hope that you enjoy the video. My name is Mori Oka. I'm going to make a presentation about result of safety diagnosis, school diagnosis. On the page 13, this is a result of the trend of the injuries in terms of the physical injuries. Those bars shows you the total number of the injury occurrence in the school on the school campus. And the line shows you the injury occurred per days, and you can see that they are both on decline. And following graph shows you that where we get injured. Playground and classroom are the most injury prompt occurrence places. And the number of the injuries which occurred at the sports gym and the hallway and the stairs are almost the same. We found it's kind of strange because they don't usually take that kind of behavior to get injured on the hallways and classroom. They're not supposed to get injured on those places. That's kind of strange. But we have to. That's why we pay close attention to those injuries occurred in hallways and stairs. And this is another graph showing you the injury occurrence by the grade. And here are some features. We tend to have more injuries among the younger grade student. And once they become the third grade student, the number is all of a sudden get smaller. And we just try to follow the one grade, how the same grade are getting injured as they grow. And you can see those for the first year, the second grade student, next year they become third grade students. So we try to follow the trend of their injury occurrence. And we can see that, because they're growing, they have experienced and learned how to prevent injuries, I guess. And so that's why they're gradually having the number of the injury occurrence is on decline. And here is a situation of the injury occurrence by the place. And we in the class include also PE classes. So, but we pay close attention on the injuries occurred in the recess, like 10 minutes break and 20 minutes break and lunch break. Well, for example, like one class, about 45 minutes and 6 hours a day. But for the break time as a total, we have only 1 hour. So when we think about the time duration, well, in a short time, they get much more injuries. So that means that we have to pay attention to those injuries at recess as well as and here is more serious cases which require medical treatment. As you can see here, they tend to get more the certain types of the injury is more frequently occurred. And they are mainly injured during the PE class when they're playing with the balls or in the PE class or recess. I don't have PPT file on in my hand, so that's why I cannot tell more details. I just reading the script in changing translating the script to English. So sorry about that. So here I would like to explain the mental aspect. From here, we are going to explain the mental aspect based on the result of ISS questionnaire survey conducted every semester. So graph 2.2, and this is a comparison between the proportion of the student who feel like a student was nasty to them, or the student who said, I did something nasty to friends. And on the graph 2.2, and this, he's repeating the same thing. And so you can see the comparison, how the perception and actual behavior have different gaps. Especially for the first grade student, the person who said that friends are nasty to me is much more than the percentage of the student who said I did nasty things to the friend. And those gaps are biggest at the first grade student and getting smaller as they grow up. And that tells us like at the first grade student, young grade student, they cannot identify their behavior, they cannot recognize what behavior can make their friends uncomfortable. And then following graph is a proportion of the student who feel like I do have something good about myself. And when we see here, and as they grow up, as the grade getting up and less, the proportion is getting smaller or lower. And following graph is a result of the questions if you are useful to others or you are contributing to the society. And this has a similar trend to the previous question. And for that, this is information about the traffic safety outside of school. This graph shows you the experience of the student who feel like they were about to hit by the cars or the tow school experience. According to this information, every three students have that kind of experience. They thought they were about to be hit by the cars or about to get involved with a traffic incident. Concerning those informations, here is a summary of prioritized issues we should work on in terms of the safety. And we have 7 challenges at the schools. So I divided to the 3 parts or aspect: physical aspect, mental aspect, and traffic aspect. In terms of the physical aspect, we have 5 points. And for the mental aspect and traffic aspect, we have 1 for each. So for the second chapter, chapter 2, I would like to explain about what we have done to improve our school safety, focusing on those 7 challenges. As for the indicator 1, collaborative infrastructures among the student and faculty members and parents and community. And in terms of the school teachers organization, we set up the ISS Teachers Council and try to get all the teachers involved to promote safe school program. And this kind of organization of the teachers are also set up other schools in this school district. So therefore, we have very good collaboration with other schools in this school district. As for the student organization, we have 7 student committees, and the representative committee are taking initiative of the programs. And also they are also connected to the other schools as a representative of our schools. So therefore, in our school district have very good collaboration communication with other schools as well as teachers. And the indicator 2 and shows you this our program has been developed under the context of safe community program. And we are closely connected to the safe community program, especially child safety task force committee. As for our junior high school district, we want to raise our kids to become able to create or develop their own futures by their own capability. So therefore, upon the proposal of the student, and we set up the slogan to make our junior high school district where no bullying and a lot of communications make the beautiful areas, school district. So to reach the goals, each school has been working together. So here is an indicator 3. And this is all the chart, the summary of the program we have been working on to make our school safer. And we try to make all those programs sustainable and to make our school safer. So here, I would like to invite some students to make presentation about some of the program we have in the schools. So give me a minute to get them prepared. Now kids are coming and they are super nervous. See? Maybe they forget to breathe. I'm the chair of the environment committee. My name is Shimizu. Our main activity is, and we are more focusing on cleaning the environment to keep our environment city, and by planting flowers, and we are pulling the weed out. Especially, I'm focusing on What did we forgot? We are trying to collect those core of those toilet papers or like and or tapes, and it can be used for the different purposes. And so ask the student to volunteer to collect those core, or do you know that like a little things, and then try to make the different use. Okay, those paper is going to be recycled. So they're collecting those recyclable papers and donate to the certain facilities. And then instead of that, they get flower seed, no, flower seed. So to get more flower seed, they are collecting those old papers for the recycling. So when we get the flower seed, we plant at the school garden. So this activity have two good things. One is environmental friendly for the recycling. Another, we make school prettier with the plant and the flowers. Because if we have more flowers, looks nicer and looks colorful. That's why I like to have more flowers. So that to do so, I have to collect more paper product. That's all about my presentation. Thank you very much for listening. And we are broadcasting committee. And because of the COVID-19, we have much less communication. We always, our faces are covered by the mask, so it's very difficult to see how our friends are feeling. And it's difficult to find what the friends are thinking. So therefore, as for the broadcasting, I always try to work on calling for the collaboration among the student. And also we call. ここで喋ってもらってもいいですか？この原稿はちょっと薄くて読めないので、あなたの声が頼りなの。Okay, it just her voice was so small, so I couldn't hear. And it's very difficult. It's kind of in this kind of situation because we are not required to be separated, physically separated. So it's very difficult to be connected in a way. So therefore, so we are the kind of bridges between people or student, and we are conveying the messages from the student to others. And also we are calling for the active participation to the cleaning time. And each student have some kind of idea how to make the cleaning time more effective or like meaningful. So therefore, we also introduce those voices on behalf of student. And then we try to pick up the voices which can be hidden or can be buried, and so that not otherwise we can only hear the voices who has a big voice. So as a broadcasting committee, I tried to pick up the small voices among the students as well and put it on the air. And that way we can share more than just talking to each other. Thank you very much for your attention. My name is Kobayashi. I'm the student committee of the physics. We're in charge of the keeping all those sports and leisure equipment steady and clean. And we do the inspection about the place sports equipment, playing equipment. And I would like to speak a little bit about how we do the check of the sports equipment. And to keep those equipment clean and tidy, have to make sure that the playground is safe place, like no needles and no stones should be around. And in the school building, I always keep our eyes on those where can be the slippery and where we have water on the floor and where can be the high risk places. And once we found those places, we make a report to the teachers. And in terms of the balls, we love playing with balls, but that is also the big cause of injuries according to the data analysis. So therefore, we are putting extra attention on those, keep those balls in a good shape. And we also try to make sure that ball have enough air in it. And also, we are paying attention in terms of the COVID-19 infection. So therefore, we always try to sanitate all the sports materials. For the check of the equipment. And we always try to make sure that no playing equipment get rust and getting old, or if they have anything to be fixed. And whenever we found those, we just make a report to the teacher. And then also we are calling for the attention among the students not to run getting into those a group of students who are playing into the ball if you are running with your friends, because you would have more risk to get hit by ball. So each our behavior can be something for the injury prevention. That's what I found. So our activity can be related to the safety promotion in various ways. That was my finding. Thank you very much for your attention. A library committee. It's our responsibility to make all the students enjoy the reading. So keep all the books should be clean and tidy, and try to make the layout which attract more students to take books and read. And on Wednesday we have a reading time. And it's our responsibility to set up the atmosphere where all the students read in a relaxed mood. Among them, and also we are focusing more on emphasis. We put emphasis on those reading campaign week. Because it's wonderful to meet or to find the good the books you really like. So therefore, we really want to. So it's our responsibility to come up with the idea how they can enjoy reading and how students can meet the book they really like. But it's easy to say, but it's difficult to do. We don't know how the kids become fond of reading books. For example, so this is our idea that we put the introduction on the cover of the books. And we put the comment on top of the books, like how this book can be enjoyed by you. And those comment or recommendation can be on top on the cover of the books, so that other student can understand how the content of the book can be enjoyable. In the second semester, we made the research on those popular books and made a proposal to the school to purchase those books. And also we rented out those books to the classes. And also it's our responsibility to make sure that all books are returned to the library after rented out. So our responsibility is very minor, not anything fancy. However, it's very important, I think. Thank you very much. We are representative of the Student Committee of Health and Lunch, and we are more likely focusing on the injury prevention from Monday to the Friday. Every class, we are working in a class, each classes, and telling them to prevent injuries during the recess time after lunch. And when we visit our schools, we show those words in it says "let's walk" or run, and we use that kind of materials to make it more understandable. And we also make broadcast programs, and we also tell us a student that don't leave any food on your plate. And also we call for we explain to wash their hand with the soaps carefully. And so calling for the change in the behavior or certain behavior is very important to keep our school with less injuries and less COVID-19 infection. Thank you very much for your attention. I'm in charge of the small animal committee, in charge of taking care of the rabbit and cleaning up their houses. And we have 3 rabbits in your schools. To make a school safer and to become a member of International Safe School Network. And even though we are in charge of small animals, we can do something to make their houses safer. It's also one of the school safety. So we clean up their houses. And we are more in charge of the mental aspect, and we are also in charge of the safety of the rabbit as well. And And so, because they are the member of our school, so we are taking a turn to keep their houses clean, and they are in good shape. And so we are always try to make sure that that they are eating properly and they are in good shape and so on. And every time, whenever we find any problem, we talk with the teacher. And then we make sure that they are in good shape, and that's as long as they're healthy, I'm happy. We are happy too as well. So to make their life in peace and healthy, we are going to take better care of them. So that's all about Thank you. I'm a representative of the representative committee. As the representative of all the students, we are developing those newsletters or newspaper. In every volume, and also we make an interview to other committees. And we develop those newsletters that you can see, and for example, and we also put those information about the data analysis on the paper. This is a result of the survey we have made. Like we try to see how many students run in the hallway. So we made analysis and put it on the news, wrote article, and also made an interview to the committee of student committee of the lunch. And we also made a skit. And we also made a skit or role playing or a skit on the role play with a role playing. I'm sorry that the music is now on, so I cannot hear what she is saying. And but anyway, what she is she tried to produce the skit which promote the change in the behavior, risky behavior among the student as well, and put it on the student meeting in the morning. Well, thank you very much for you guys for making a presentation. So just like that, each task committee, student committee have developed something which related to this process. Thank you very much for your presentation. Okay, now it's our turn, teacher's turn.
この表の赤色で囲んでいるものに関しては、地表4と地表5で紹介させていただきます。
So those program it's colored by the red line is going to be explained later in the indicators 3 and 4 and 5. Okay, slide 28. This table shows you the activities to solve the certain priorities. And for that, so page 28, 29, 30, 31, they are showing you the certain programs which is focusing on the physical injuries, the mental aspect, and traffic safety. And on slide 32, now we are going to explain about high-risk group program for the high-risk groups.
臨機応変な対応に課題があり、災害
As we set up the student who needs a specific care as a high risk because they cannot be flexible and they to the risky environment.
このような状況
For
下で
example, they can do if they are told exactly what to do. They can follow it, but otherwise it's kind of difficult to make them think what is the most appropriate behavior. So therefore, they cannot cope with those unexpected situations such as disaster and incident.
それに加え、インクルーシブな環境づくり
However, they are also important member of our schools, and so the friends can help those students. So we try to develop the inclusive environment, and then all the students and teachers can support them to lead in that kind of situation. And as for the high-risk group, we set up those students who tend to stay at home rather than coming to school because they don't feel comfortable to come to school. And so since they don't have much time at schools, they have much less knowledge about how to spend their times in school safely. So therefore, they don't know what kind of behavior should take at the disaster at schools. So therefore, those lack of knowledge and experience should be compensated by their friends. And also, in addition to that, we are trying to approach those students to be able to spend more time at schools. In terms of the high-risk environment, we do have a lot of classes, classrooms, and roads, hallways, which has more entries. So therefore, we have installed some mirrors at the corners, and also we try to set up the rules to keep them right when we walk on the hallways. In addition to that, now we have a lot of campaigns among the students. Also, we put the announcement that or calling for the following those rules in the air. And another high risk is a school route. As we have explained, we have a lot of narrow street in this district with a lot of traffic. So therefore, in collaboration with those community volunteers, watchover program, and PTAs, they pay attention on those safety, safe commuting every day as a volunteer. And every year, once a year, we invite the police and they provide the student the traffic safety classes. So I would like to explain more details about the high-risk group programs. As we explained, it's very important to have a communication between those students who need a specific care or treatment support and other students. But they should have good relationship with us before they get support each other. So therefore, it's our responsibility to provide those environment where those all the students get together and work and establish a good relationship. So we set up those campaign months for the friendship campaigns. And for example, the sixth grade students invite those younger grade students to their classroom and organize the event together. And those all events are all designed by the sixth grade student. They select, they come up with idea of what to do together, how to prepare, and how to organize and how to chair. And their main goal is make the lower grade students enjoy those activities. So working on this, and we have two good things. One is the younger grade students feel like they are welcome, they are cared by the senior, and for the sixth grade student, they tend to have a high grow or improve their self-esteem by achieving the success.
ペア学級遊びでは、
And as for the pair class playing together, like we have made matches between sixth grade student, first grade student, fifth grade student, a third grade student, fourth grade student, second grade student. They pair up and worked played together. And seniors are the responsible to take care of the younger one.
続いて、
Well, this is improvement the environment. We call it inclusive environment
このような
development.
多角的な支援を通して、一日を過ごし
And
やすい
it's easy for the student who need special care to understand by showing in a different by the color or pictures and drawings. That makes them their understanding of the rules. As for the environmental approach to prevent injury in the hallways, we set up, as I said, like mirrors at corners, and also with, promoting those right side walking.
通学路の安全
As for the safety net on commuting, we also, as I explained, like we have traffic safety classes, and also we have a lot of volunteers starting at each corners in the morning and afternoon.
次は、
As for the indicator 5, program based on available data.
をご覧になる
And please take a look at this is a list of the program we have developed based on the evidence or like a data analysis. And so I would like to explain some, show you some of those programs.
課題
For the challenge one, the reducing to reduce injury among the younger grade student. This is a program provided by the student committee of the health and lunch.
これは先ほど
They developed those safety injury map you have already seen.
次は安全ポスターの掲示
And also they posted those posters on the hallways. At the high risk areas, they put those posters to get attention from the student or makes them stop once.
続いて課題に
As for the second challenge is decrease the injury at classroom, and we try to keep the environment safe and the classroom safe.
廊下階段での怪我に対する対策は
And as for the program 3,
と右側通行の掲示
on the program for the challenge 3, we set up also, we can say like mirrors at corners and keep the right walking program.
廊下の中央に走らないようなメッセージを
And also we put those boxes that's telling that don't rush and don't run in the hallways. This is a kind of sign for the student who tend to run rather than walk and calling for the attention. And those program for the challenge 4, and we are student making a broadcast program to telling them how to play on the playground.
その声かけで無登場での安全な遊び方
And especially when the sixth grade student calling for the stop running or be careful on the playground, and the student tend to listen more than a teacher say.
先ほど児童が紹介した
And then you can see how the student calling for the slow down, don't rush, and be careful, but watch carefully around surroundings. That is explained by the student previously.
課題後の
And the program for the challenge 3 to prevent injuries in the class PE classes.
そこでは体育の指導内容の検討と
That is more responsible among the teachers for the, because and they can be the good instructors.
これらの怪我は体育の時間に多く発生する傾向があるので
So those injuries most likely occurred during the PE time. So therefore, that the teacher should be able to give a safe instruction to the student not to get injured through those material, especially those sports equipment. And you can see how the teachers are learning, getting instruction on the right side, I think.
続いて課題の
And as for the program for the challenge 6, increase the self-esteem, the feeling of usefulness. And we make the student to make presentation at the student gathering about what they have achieved, to making them to speak out what they have done. That makes them feel like they are confirming themselves that what they have capability to achieve some success, and to make the other student to understand what they have done, and they get agreed by other student. And then also, if they, when they see those younger grade students following or supporting their ideas, that makes them feel like they are supported or accepted. And so that's make those higher grade students who are at high risk of mental aspect tend to feel more like a feeling more that they feel doing something for others. And another program is thank you message program. This is done by the student committee of the broadcasting. So whenever kids have some experience which makes them happy, they put that experience episode on the paper and tell those broadcasting committee. So the broadcasting committee put the message or experience on air at the lunchtime, and also put the thank you at the last. So those students who made a who was nice to other friends get thank you through the on the air. That makes them feel happy that their good behavior was evaluated or accepted by others. And for the program for the challenge 7, so as a teacher, we give instruction to the student how to behave on the school routine, school commuting, and to make sure that if the students are keeping those instructions, they stand up along those school commuting route and pay attention that a non-student rushing into the road or jumping off the road and so on, and try to make sure that the student understand why how they can come to school and safe. And another program is organizing traffic safety classes. But we have explained, so I'm not going to explain it again. So next slide. And this is a program to document frequency and cause of injury. And we have, you can see what we do on these tables. And so it shows you what kind of data has been collected and how those are collected and how frequently they're collected. And this is another one is something about the mental aspect and traffic safety. So next, indicator 7. Evaluation of the programs and contents and process and outcome of the programs. For each priorities, we set up the framework of evaluations in the midterm and short term, midterm, and long term. So we divided those achievements like a short term, mid-term, and long term, because if we just focusing on the number of the injuries, we might not be able to see the change in the behavior or thought or awareness. So therefore, we try to see those changes as well as number of the injury. And we try, to move this to manage this program, or the program, we apply the PDCA cycle, but we also, before that P, we put the C as a community safety diagnosis. So S plus PDCA cycle we are operating. So here is a result or achievement we have made after the Safe School program.
まず成果として挙げ
As for the achievement 1, and the reduction of the number of the injuries among younger grade students as graph 4.1, please take a look at those. Decline the number of the injury occurrence among younger grade students.
続いて成果に
And achievement 2, the reduction of the injury occurrence at classroom and hallways and stairs.
こちらも
And they are all decreasing. As for the achievement 4, the reduction of the injuries during those long recess.
こちらも
And you can see that those both 20 minutes break and lunch break, now we have less injury compared to before.
なので ISS の取り組みは
So as a result, as a total, so we understand that ISS program has been making progress in terms of the safety.
成果も
And for the indicator achievement 5, those serious cases which require medical treatment,
課題となっていた捻挫地球日の件数に経年的な変化は見られ
well, we don't see the big difference compared to before yet.
この怪我の発生状況を見ると休み時間のドッジボールや体育の球技の指導が
Those, so we try to see why they got injured, those serious cases, and most likely they get injured at the recess with the dodgeballs.
このことを鑑みて
So therefore,
指導内容を
now we are now making a study or research how we can change the situation. So we try to find out an effective way, countermeasures.
次に成果の
As for the achievement 6, the situation regarding to self-esteem and self-useless feeling, self-useful feeling. And we try to see the result of questionnaires among the student.
見てもらってわかる
As you can see here,
項目に関しては大きな
well, we don't see the significant changes at the moment.
この数値に対して
So this is a point we should consider for the futures, what we should do. We should come up with a better way.
登下校中の
And for the achievement 7, in terms of the commuting route safety, traffic safety,
なったという項目に対しての回答の比率を比較したものです。
and this is a comparison between those the experience of the student who have the close core experience, often and not often.
これを見てもらうと、学年によっては
And you can see those by grade, and you can see that some grade students have
ための取り組みを考え
less close core experience. So therefore, it might have some influence on the behavior of the student. But we have to have the further research on that. At the last, for the chapter 3, here is current challenges and future prospect.
まず、今回の ISS の取り組みを通しての成果が、
So we can say 2 achievements we have made through the Safe School program.
一つは
One, the improvement of awareness regarding to ISS Safe School program.
ISS について知ることを通じ
Through the learning about safe schools,
て安全な学校
we can see the improvement awareness about safety among the student,
それは部会で
especially when we see those students working in their committees. Their attitude has been changed because they're all working together under the common same theme of make our school safer. They know that they get more message about what they can do and what they should do.
そのことによって、
So therefore, once they set up the common goal, for them, it's easy to set up the strategy to reach the goal. They become very creative. And then another one in the speeding up of the deeper collaboration among other schools in this school district. Even before, we had some kind of communication among those other schools in this district.
しかし、今回 ISS の
But through the ISS programs, now each school have ISS team.
このような担当が
So it's very easy for us to whom we should be connected. So we have representative in each schools. So we know, so we become so close each other, and we have some we have a themes to discuss about and goals to aiming at. So therefore we get so close, and we have more opportunity to share the problems and share the information about the programs and share about the result or achievement. And I think this is a treasure we have gained through the Safe School program. But however, on the other hand, we have still some points to be improved, and we have some vision for that. And we summarized all those challenges and our vision for the future. But I don't have enough time to explain everything, so I will pick up some. For example, for the indicator 3, to make a program sustainable. And well, before we start Safe School program, we just started something new before the safety diagnosis. We add something new to the existing program that makes some program very complicated and busy. And also it's difficult to evaluate the impact of the program. So therefore, not only just starting some programs, we should be more careful in terms of the design or planning of the program. And the indicator 4, the program for the high risk, and the program for the high risk groups, we didn't get enough opportunity to reflect the voices from the student. And that's because we didn't share enough data with the children. So for the future, I think we should provide more information about high risks. Also, we should share more information data with the students so that they can more participate in the planning or evaluating process as well. And indicator 6, as for the contents of the questionnaire survey, well, we should revise some of them. So we are going to have more further discussion for the future. As for the indicator 7, this is a big challenge for the future. Well, we cannot share the information among the teacher enough. Moreover, well, we had much less time to share with the children how we have developed Safe School program. Well, of course, the representatives of the student, they could get enough information, but others, we should intentionally create more opportunity to share what's going on in the schools and how they can participate to those safe school activities to make them more independent and to make them more creative in terms of the lead the programs. We should share more information with the student so that they will have more ownership, feel more ownership to make our schools safer. 多分大丈夫だと思います。Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you for the presentation. So now I would like to ask the certifier to certify to make presentation to the student before they go.
Yoko, is that a presentation to them or questions of them?
Questions. Sorry. Now they're expecting you to make questions to the student.
Will the students
先
be
に
there?
子供たちに
Yeah.
they are before they go. 子供たちに先に質問した方がいいんですね。そしたら教室に帰るんですもんね。Okay. Okay, so after your question to the make question to the student first, and then they leave, and we'll be back later, I think. Or
Okay.
子供たち後で帰ってきますか？もう帰ってこない。帰って。で、公表の時は帰ってこない。Okay. Okay. Okay. They are going to stay here to receive your questions and answer that, but they are not going to be with you at the final session. They cannot. So maybe after the comment, maybe after the question, you can give some comment, rewarding or something.
I think we should make some comments to them.
Okay, so please.
Shumei, do you have any questions?
Yeah, I have. Yeah. So thank you for the students to come here. And I have first question for the students is there's video in the middle of the presentation. Is there any students here involved in that video? And I want to know if any students here show that video was her or his feelings about this the process to product this video.
Okay. Okay. 皆さんに質問したい。まず児童の皆さんに説明した。まず最初にご報告ありがとうございました。で、皆さんにまず児童の皆さんに質問したいと思います。途中でビデオを見せていただいたかと思うんですけど、あれは皆さんも作るのに関わってましたかっていうのがまず一つと、で、それ作るプロセスの中で皆さんどういうふうに考えたり感じたりしたのか聞かせてください。めんどくさいとか。感想。Okay, now the girl is okay. One girl is going to answer to your question. My name is Kubo. Okay. One of the teacher asked me, do you want to help me to make those video clip because we want to show what we are doing to the certifier. So I said, when I heard that, oh, it's gonna be to the certifier, so I get very devoted, and I thought, oh, okay, I have to work hard. That's what I felt.
What's her role in the video clip?
ビデオの中でどういうふうに作るのを手伝ったんですか？出演したとか、シナリオを書いたとか。Okay, I act as英語が出てこない。What's the English for that? As a reporter. Yeah, reporter. Like here is a greeting campaign, and we are doing blah 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 blah. And at the last, I said that's all about our activity. That's what I said.
Okay, thank you very much.
ありがとうございます。
And I have another question I want to ask the students. And in the presentation, the teacher said that they have a questionnaire to ask. Have you experienced unpleasant things, or did you do something unpleasant to others? So I want to ask the students what for them, what it means of unpleasant.
報告の中で、アンケートの中で心のアンケートだと思うんですけど、児童の皆さんもそれに答えてはると思うんですけど、人に嫌なことをしたかっていうのと、したれたことがあるかっ っていうふうに聞かれたと思うんですけど、皆さんは、so you want to, what was the questions? Could you say it again? I understand the difference between them, but
What's their understanding for unpleasant?
okay, yeah, okay.
Can I give some example?
Okay. 嫌なことって何？皆さんにとって嫌なことって。はい、okay. Now some student raised hands. します。Okay. And there's two things he said. One is verbally, give the nasty word or say something behind the backs and that kind of things. And another physical aspect is the violence or like punching each other, whatever. More physical, behavior. That's what he thinks. That's unpleasant.
What's his idea how to prevent it, not let it happen?
じゃあどうやったらそういうのが起こらないようになると思いますか？どんなポスターとどんな声かけします？例えば。内容。Okay, pretty much straightforward. Don't say anything bad. He said, developing poster and calling for the a change in the behavior, he said. So I said, what about? I said. And he said, don't say anything bad. And don't be violent, he said.
Okay.
Pretty much straightforward. Yeah. ありがとうございます。Okay,
Thank you
one
very
more
much.
girl. I
Okay.
guess one more girl is coming. My name is Miyamoto. Okay. Thank you. Okay, that's good idea. I think, well, to make the younger grade student understand what is a nasty word and what is bad behavior, I would like to develop those small play and showing at the student meeting based on the real story.
Good idea.
Good idea で。Good idea.
Thank you.
ありがとうございます。
Yeah, that's it. Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you. Okay, じゃあ、ワン先生からは以上です。次にバーバー先生からです。Okay, Glenn, please.
Can you ask a few students to tell us what safe school activity are they most proud of and why?
Okay. 皆さんの何人かに教えてほしいんですけど、皆さんが一番自慢に思うセーフスクールの取り組みは何ですか？そしてそれはなぜ自慢なの？どういう点が自慢なの？っていうのを教えてください。Okay. Some student raise hand. They're having discussion. Who should come first? My name is Nagata. Yeah. Mm. And I'm proud. One of the program I'm proud of is a greeting campaign, because it's always a good opportunity, provide a good opportunity among the student to get to know each other, or start to it can be the trigger to start relationship with others by exchanging greeting. My name is Fumiyama. Thank you. Oh, I'm so proud of publishing newspapers on the wall newspaper, I think. No, not wall, distributing other students. Newspaper, because when I made it and I distributed to our classmates, and I saw the student reading it carefully. And sometimes they saying, "Oh, really, I didn't know that," kind of things. That kind of reaction made me so proud of what I have done. Okay. Can we invite some other student, Glenn?
Yes, please.
どうぞどうぞ。どうぞどうぞ。Okay, well, now we have a lineup. My name is Tanaka. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm so proud of the program, like skit. I am so proud of the one of the program is a skit. We show at the student gathering, because we can get the direct reaction from other student when we put that play, and student seems to get impressed, and that's why. Okay. I'm so proud of the program with the communication with other schools. District school meeting. That is the program I'm so proud of, because we can learn a lot from other schools, and I often find that something we don't have, but they do. So mutual learning experience is something we can proud of in this school district. Okay. 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 And the program I'm proud of is taking care of the pets, because we get a lot of support from other students. For example, they bring a lot of vegetables, like cabbages, and that's makes me feel like we are all working together and we are supporting each other, and so that's why I feel like I'm so proud of taking care of the rabbit. And by the way, we have only 5 minutes, and they're asking, could you ask some question to the PTA there, if possible?
Uh,
Okay.
And we heard from the presentation, if I remember right, that's in page 37.
スライド37番のところにあったかと思うんですけども、could you show it? 上げてもらっていいですか
37.
37? I don't have it here ね。So
Yeah,
maybe.
but I don't think the page is right because
でもなんかずれてる気がするって言ってます。うん。
it's about confidence and self-esteem.
うん。OK。
And let me check. It says
37、いっぱいある37ページが。6個ぐらい37ページがあるのでセルフエスティーム、自己肯定感のあたりの書いてる37ページです。Because in my handout, there's 4 slide 39, 38, 37. So,
yeah, because in
okay.
my slide I have many 37 pages.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
なぜか。
So yeah. The
Yeah,
challenge
it's
6.
self-esteem. Yeah, indicator 6. Okay, 指標6のやつです。課題6のやつです。
Yeah.
課題6です。違う。子供たちが部会の発表とかしてるやつじゃないかな。D8 and D9? It says?
Challenge 6, D8, yeah, D8, D9.
いや。だから、指標5の中の課題6。それです。はい。That one, right?
Yeah.
うん。
So it said the challenge 6 is the sense of self-esteem and self-efficacy declines as the school grade advances. So I want to know how about the parent think about this.
Okay. この、今度、PTA の代表の方にお伺いしたいんですけど、こういう、調査の結果が出ていて、これについて、保護者としてどういうような感想をお持ちになりますか？そう、これで、このやってることじゃなくて、その学年が上がるにつれて自己肯定感とか自己有用感が下がってきてるよっていうのが分かってるわけですよね。それに対してお父さんお母さんとしてはどういうふうにそれを捉えてますかってしゃあないなって思うのか、これはいかんと思うのか、これは親として何かしなあかん。はい、OK, I can answer to your question. Okay. Okay. It's natural trend. That's what he feels.
Why?
どうしてですか？Because I was like that when I was in that age. I felt that way, and getting more like humble, not humble, but getting shy and taken back a little bit as we grow up. So I was like that too. So I think this is a natural way to grow. That's what he said.
If it is a natural way, do we need to take it as a challenge to do some project to intervene it?
じゃあ、西田さん、教えてください。となると、当然のことなら、重点課題ではない。Okay. It cannot be challenge.
Okay. So how about other parents?
では、
They all agree with this idea?
どうですか？感動されますか？どうですか？どう
Okay, thank you. Okay, she has a different the opinion from different viewpoint, and when they are little, their society is so small. Like most likely, their society only the member of that society is friends. So the comparison they can make is with their friends. So they're all similar. But as they grow up, their society is getting bigger and more like more people in their lives, like adults and, more like a big sister and big brother. So they tend to compare or refer to the people who has more experience and the capability. So that makes them feel like, oh, I'm not that capable as that person. That can be one of the reasons why they have their feeling of the self-esteem and efficient, that kind of things are getting stronger along their growth. That's what I feel.
Okay. Okay. So
the kids
thank
going.
you. Okay.
Oops. Oh, kids have to go. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Can we say thank you to them for all of their efforts for Safe School, both in the district and within their own school?
Okay. 皆さん、the school bell is ringing. Okay. 皆さん、ご報告ありがとうございました。でもね、教室帰らないといけないっていうことなので、皆さんありがとうございました。皆さん、学校だけじゃなくて、校区でみんなで頑張ってるっていうところがすごく伝わってよかったなと思いました。本当、後で好評聞けたらよかったんだけど、時にまたいろいろお話ができたらなと思ったんだけど、ちょっと皆さんもお部屋に帰らないといけないってことなので、ここで簡単ですけど、皆さんにメッセージをお届けしたいと思います。Okay.
I really like the don't run box with the posters on it, blocking the hallway, so it actually has a physical barrier as well as educating the kids to change their behavior.
私が皆さんの取り組みの中で好きだったのは、廊下に箱みたいなのを置いて、走ったらダメだよって言ってるっていうのは、すごく面白い取り組みだなと思いました。なので好きな取り組みの一つです。ということです。Thank you.
We like the way they work together, planning, delivering new initiatives, always looking for something different to do, and engaging strongly with younger students and with staff.
で皆さんがいろいろ工夫して、例えば上級生が下級生のお世話をして、でもそこからで両方が良くなってる。ね、上級生は上級生で学んで、下級生は下級生で上級生から学んで、そういうような取り組みをいっぱい取り入れてるっていうところが素敵だなと思いました。
ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。
Thank you.
ありがとうございました。教室の話題に戻ってください。お疲れ様。
ありがとうございました。You can see the kids saying goodbye. お疲れ様でした。Do you wanna? Well, you still can keep question to the parents, but if you want, what do you think?
I'm okay now.
You did enough?
Do you have any questions of the staff, the teachers?
Teachers.
She may.
Okay. Wait. Yeah.
Yeah, please. You have any
question? I'm sorry that I can. Yeah, we have another 15 minutes. Up to 11:40, we have time to prepare the final session, and from 11:40, we have feedback time. So until then, if you want to make questions, we can, they said it's okay. But they just want worry about the time for you, for the summarizing the feedback.
Yeah, how about Graham? It's okay? We have no question?
I've
We just
already
stop now?
I've already summarized. I don't have any questions.
Okay, summarize, okay.
Okay, yeah, okay, so break.
They answered all. Can you tell them I had some questions regarding their sharing more stuff with the students and the time that they had to do all of this, but they answered that in those last 3 slides. So my questions were answered in the last 3 slides.
Okay. Okay. いくつか質問があったんですけど、最後の方でそれに対する情報があったので大丈夫です。Okay. Thank you.
ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。
発表の方は終わらせていただきたいと思います。本当にありがとうございました。この準備ということで、我々の方は発表させていただきます。まず次回になりましたら。
Okay, so from 11:40, we are going to have a final review, no, feedback time. So
Okay. We have 10
enjoy.
minutes.
We don't have time, only 7 minutes.
We have 10 minutes, right?
7.
We have 7 minutes. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I need to go to
from
toilet.
44, they said.
Doesn't, not much time, the difference.
I will leave for a while, okay?
Okay. Okay. よう見たら確かに7分やった。
Is that Mr. ISS?
Yeah, he control everything, eh?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, under his control.
And the ex Mr. ISS doing a good job as vice principal.
褒めてくれてる。彼に任せときゃ大丈夫って言ってる。多分そうやった。
Do we need to start, Yoko?
They are the safe community team.
Sorry.
Do we need to
Shumei?
start?
Shumei? No, Shumei. Maybe she's baking bread or something, eh?
Maybe she's got held up. Maybe we start, eh?
どうします？待ちます？それとも。So shall we start? And maybe she
Yep.
will be back
Yep.
meanwhile.
She'll be back.
Okay. 始めても大丈夫です。
Here she is.
Oh, here you go. Welcome back. Now, it's going to be the final session, the feedback time. So Yoko, Glenn, and Shumei, please give us a feedback for the further development. Which
So
goes
I'd
first?
like to start by thanking the school for their strong engagement in the ISS movement.
まず最初にご報告ありがとうございました。この報告を通してですね、非常にISS セーフスクールの取り組みにいろんな方たちが深く関わっておられるということが分かりました。
They have presented a very strong case for becoming a safe school across all 8 indicators.
非常にその8つの指標に基づいてどういうふうに進めてきたかというのを分かりやすく説明していただいたと思います。
We are seeing a very positive impact within their school and across all 4 schools in their district.
そして非常にその結果ポジティブな成果っていうのが出てきているということを教えていただきましたし、この学校だけで取り組んでいるのではなくて、この校区は4校あるということでしたけれども、4校がつながって一緒に校区として取り組んでいるということも見せていただきました。
We have seen a strong connection and balance between physical safety, mental safety, and their community safety.
そして、このご報告の中で大きく3点、3つのポイントが、っていうか、テーマについて取り組んでいるなっていうことが分かりました。体の安全、心の安全、そして地域の安全ですね。
They are in a good evaluation of an evaluative cycle where they review activities and then choose next activities based on what they've learnt.
そして、この、やって終わりではなくて、そのやった後にどういうふうに変わったかなっていうことをちゃんと振り返っておられて、それでそれを踏まえて、また今までやっているものをさらにステップアップさせるっていうような、このサイクルを運営しているというところは、評価に値するというふうに思いました。
They indicated to us that they saw the relationship with the representatives from other school as a treasure, which is a very interesting concept, and well done to them.
そして他の学校とのつながりっていうのがその最後と宝だという財産だというふうにおっしゃってました。非常にそのポイントも大切、そういうふうに宝にしていただいているというところが非常に素晴らしいと思います。
I like what I'm hearing from them about the importance of sharing information, discussing problems together, discussing solutions, discussing why things work. I like hearing that.
そして、私がすごくいいなと思ったところですね。好きな皆さんのご報告の中で好きなポイントっていうのは、情報を共有する、そしてそれに基づいてみんなで解決策を考えたりする、原因を考えたりする、そのところはとても私がお気に入りの皆さんの取り組みの一連の中でですね、今日素晴らしいなと思った素敵なところだなと思いました。
And while they're doing that really well with parents, with other teachers, other schools, I agree with them that they need to extend that to do it more often and more strongly with the students in their school.
Could you say it again? It wasn't clear.
Well, that approach is a very powerful approach. It's working well with other teachers in other schools. Say that first.
Okay. そしてその皆さんのこの本当に取り組みが力強くてですね、それが他の先生方に波及していく、そして他の学校に波及していく、そういうことを感じられました。
I agree with them when they identify the challenges now to ensure they're doing that more frequently and more strongly with their own students, following that approach with their students, in other words.
そしてですね、最後の今後の課題のところですね、もっと頻繁に、というか、なんだっけ、最後の今後の方向性のところですね、そこのところにおっしゃったことは、非常に私もそこに聞きたいなと思っていたところだったので、そのところが、それをちゃんと言及されていたというところは素晴らしいと思いました。どこだったかな？この最後の58ページのところですね。はい。
They have a very strong student voice, and the students having a very big impact on self-esteem and the way other students are engaged in the school. So if they involve the students even more in this evaluation cycle that I've just talked about, I can only see that student engagement, self-esteem growing.
そして非常に子どもたちの声っていうのをしっかりとしていますよね。それで自分たちで学校を良くしていくっていうところで、自分たちで言われて動くんではなくて、自分たちで考えて動いていくっていうところが非常に見て取れましたし、それによってやっぱりその成果が出ている。それを子どもたちが自分たちで振り返るっていうことは、自分たちは学校を良くすることができるんだっていうところは、きっと自分たちがいいことをしたんだっていう自己肯定感とか、学校を変えることができるんだっていう、いい方向に変えることができるんだっていう自己有用感の向上につながっているというふうに思いました。
I agree with the challenge they identified regarding time it takes to connect with everybody, to evaluate, to analyze, that is a real challenge.
そして今後のチャレンジというか、課題として、評価したり、分析したりする時間っていうところがあったかと思うんですけど、そこも本当にその通りだなというふうに思います。そこをどうやっていくか、そこはまた新たなる次のステップとしての課題というか、まさにチャレンジになるんだろうなと思いました。
And I agree with what they're saying regarding how to solve that. And that is to ensure they're doing the right intervention at the right time to ensure that they're connecting with what the school has identified as priority challenges.
Could you say again? It wasn't clear again.
That I agree with what their next step is. And that is that they've said that they want to ensure that the initiatives they're taking are connected with their priority challenges. So in my words, that means doing the right thing at the right time in the right place.
Please. Okay. で、皆様方が今後どういうふうに進めていくかっていうところで、ちょっと言葉があまりにも長くすぎてこれ書き取れなかったんですけど、これからその、会議の開催を増やしたりとかデータを見たりというところで、やっぱりどのように適切な場所に適切な機会で適切な方法で進めていくかっていうことを考えていくことなんだろうなというふうに思いました。それは私も全く同感だと思います。それが、言うのは簡単ですけど、それを考えていくっていうのが、課題だっていうふうに理解しておっしゃったというふうに理解してますけれども、そうだなというふうに思いました。
So I congratulate them for doing a really good job to this point, and congratulate them for identifying some very important next steps that will help them on their journey.
ですので、皆様方は今回の一連の取り組みのご報告を聞いて思ったのが、しっかりとセーフスクールを理解していて、何が問題かっていうのを見極めて取り組まれて、で、成果も出してます。その一方で、しっかりと、でも、ここのところはこういうふうに改善しないといけないよねっていうところをしっかりと理解できてるっていうところは PDCA サイクルがしっかりと回ってるっていうことなので、それに基づいて今後こうしていきます。その方向性もしっかりとずれてないなというふうに思いました。ですので、皆様方はその ISS の取り組みが実践されて、ちゃんと機能しているなというふうに思いましたので、本当に素晴らしいなと思いました。言い方が難しいのは、ここ、認証ですとか言えないので、まだ。なので、皆さんの取り組みおめでとうございますという形にさせていただきます。
Arigatou gozaimashita.
ありがとうございました。Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much for inviting me. And it's the third school. We have certified 2 schools, elementary school as well yesterday. And this school has its own unique character. And they have their own version, I think, for the ISS. Especially, I like what they said, the key word is connection. I think a connection means a lot for the students and for the parents and for the communities as well.
まずご報告ありがとうございます。私、今回この学区の審査の担当させて、高校の担当させていただきまして、非常に良かったなというふうに思います。昨日2校すでにご報告いただいておりまして、この学校が3校目になります。で、この学校はこの昨日の2校と比べて、やっぱ特徴的な部分があるなと、ご報告の内容を見ると、取り組みにも関して思いました。そのうちの一つがですね、キーワードが絆、つながりっていうところだったと思います。で、実際そのキーワードに沿って、子どもたちもしっかりとつながってましたし、絆を示してくださいましたし、地域も、先生方も、そして、その保護者の方たちもしっかりと取り組みの中でつながっているなというところが随所に見られたので、まさにそのキーワードっていうのが機能しているなというふうに思いました。
So this is the first word I summarized from their presentation, connection, and they use it for many times in many projects and in many settings. I think this is for the students, especially for their future life. The whole life course is very important for them to know you have to be connected, not to be alone.
そして他の学校と私が担当した学校の他の学校よりもこのつながりっていうことを聞く回数が非常に多かったなというふうに思います。で、正直なとこ私が強く思うのは、このつながりっていうのはこの子たちが大きくなる中で、これからもずっととても大切なことだなというふうに思ってます。大きくなっていろんな社会に出ていったとしても、自分は一人じゃないんだよ、ちゃんとつながってるんだよっていうことをやっぱり感じながら生きていくっていうことはとても大切なことだと思うので、このつながりを大切なものとして、ISS に取り組んでいるこの学校の姿勢っていうのは非常に心強く思いました。
And the second word is participation. And especially for the students, I think from the video, we can see that from the first grade to sixth grade students, they all actively participate in the development of the safety materials. I think it's not easy for the students, especially in the low grade students, but they do very well. And, and there are 7 students committees. I'm sorry. There are 7 students committees. They all give us a presentation today. Even it's very short, but from their presentation, we can see how they be involved in Safe School program, how they enjoy the program, how they feel be valued from the program. So I think that's very important for them to increase their confidence, self-esteem as well.
Okay. そして2つ目ですね、私がこの学校の取り組みを聞いて強く感じたのは参画ということです。本当に子どもたちが借り物ではなくて、ちゃんとしっかりと参画していて、自分たちで動かしているっていうところが素晴らしいポイントだと思いました。特にビデオとか通しても、1年生から6年生が何らかの形で、この学校が安全なものになるように関わるような仕組み作りというか、そういう工夫をされていたのは非常に素晴らしいなと思いました。特に、5、6年生になるとそういう委員会活動とかもあるし、言っても分かるっていうのもあるので、まだできるんですけど、やっぱり1年生、彼らたちもやっぱり学校のメンバーとして主役なので、何らかの関わって自分たちも関わってるんだよ、自分たちも学校を安全にしてるんだよっていうのを感じてもらえる機会って大切だと思うんですけど、先生方にとってはそれはちょっと大変だと思うんですよ。それをしっかりと作っておられるっていうところは素晴らしいなと思いました。参加は大切だよと言いながらも実際それは難しいところもあるっていうのは理解しておりますので、そこは素晴らしいなと思っています。で、特にそれと7つの委員会ですね、児童委員会ですね、それもいろんな形でそれぞれの役割の中でできることっていうのを考えて参画しているっていうのは、参画の仕方って違っていいと思うんです。それぞれ子どもたちが考えてやってるっていうのは、短いご報告でしたけど、すごく分かったので良かったなと思いました。それでどうやったら楽しめるのかなとか、どうやったらみんなに役に立つのかなとか、みんなが楽しんでもらえるのかなとか、思いながら考えて取り組むってとても大切だと思う。で、それが友達とかに新聞とかもそうですけど、へーって言って見てもらえたとか、そういうのはきっと自信につながると思うんです。で、そこはとても自分はつまらない存在ではなくて何かができる存在なんだっていうふうに感じてもらえるいいきっかけになると思うので、そういう意味では非常にそういう場をいっぱい作っておられるっていうのは素晴らしいなと思いました。
So the third word for them, I think, is caring for others. They mentioned many times about the students who has special needs. And every grade, they have classes with special needs students. And they have activities to, especially for those students. I think that's very important for those students for their future development. They have got the caring from students, from teachers, and from the society. And so they can feel they have been caring by others. That's important for them.
そして3つ目がですね、ケアリングですね。思いやりというか、日本語で言えば、いろんな意味も含むんですけど、一番適切なのは、思いやりというか、相手を思う、人を思う、思いを馳せるというところです。大切に思うということですね。何回も出てきたと思います。そういう場面が。特に、支援を要する児童のことたちのに関する、説明が、取り組みが何回も出てきたと思います。で、この子たちのことを思う。で、その子たちもまた他の子どもたちのことを思う。そういうお互いに思いやる、思いを馳せる、大切に思う。そういう気持ちを育むというのはとても大切だと思います。この ISS を通して、そういう気持ちが育ってきていて、それをまた先生方も、そういうのを多分子どもたちに示してくださってるし、でそういうのが成長する、この学校を卒業した後、社会に出てから、とても大切になってくると思うんですよね。そういう人を思う、他人を思う、大切に思う。で、そういうような社会になっていくためには、そこのところの基盤をしっかりと作っておられるっていうのはとても素晴らしいなと思いました。
The last word is clear assessment. And they have challenges for each director, and for each challenge they have objectives, they have short-term evaluation indicators, they have long-term evaluation indicators. So that's very clear for them what they are going to do, how to evaluate it. The second is they realize that the high risk, understanding the high risk is very important, and let the students know the high risk, what is the high risk for them is very important. So I think they have very clear understanding how to carry out a safe school program. And the last one is, I think they said they have some programs, they haven't seen the improvement, but they will analysis why this happens. So that's very important. Sometimes people are very short, how to say that, just be very eager to see the results, positive results, but they are very clear the assessment for the results. And if it is not improved at this moment, they can analysis why it is not improved. It's because of the project itself, or it's because of it needs time. So sometimes if we want to see the long-term results, it takes a long time, maybe 5 years or even 10 years. So maybe we should be patient as long as we are in the right direction. So I think they have very clear assessment for their projects. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. そして、もう一つですね、最後に4つ目になりますけど、非常に明確な評価、アセスメント、振り返りが非常にクリアであったというふうに思います。例えば、いくつか課題を分析されてました。方向性7つか出されてましたよね。非常に目的が明確であったのと、どういうふうな状態を目指しているのかっていうのが明確であったのと、それに対して振り返りの方法が短期、中期、長期で指標というか物差しを作っておられたので、それに対して今どこまで変わってきたのか、どれだけ変化をそのゴールに向かって進んできたのかっていうのが分かるような仕組み作りとか枠組みを作っておられましたよね。それは非常に分かりやすかったです。で、その中で、その過程を通しておそらく何がハイリスクなのかっていうのが見えてきた。多分 なんとなしにこう考えて、この人たちハイリスク、この環境ハイリスクではなくて、なぜそれがハイリスクなのかっていうのをしっかり考えることができたのは、この枠組みがあったからではないかなというふうに思っています。で、例えばそのこの学校で言及されていたのが、いくつかこういうことをやりました、こういう問題がありました、こういう取り組みをしました。だけど、今、振り返ってみると、良くなってない、思ったほど良くなってないよね。そこがちゃんと見えてきたっていうのはとても大切なことです。で、もしかしたらそれは取り組み自体に問題があるのかもしれないし、もしかしたらゴールがすごく大きい、長期的な活動ではなければ得られないものだからだから今のこの短期間では得られないものなのか。今度そこのところになってくると思うんですよね。だからその明確もしかしたら時間の問題なのか。で、今そこの効果が出る前なのか。取り組み自体が良くなくて、そもそも効果が出てないのか。だからその結構皆さんこうやってデータ見たら、はい、良くなりましたとか、はい、これ変わってませんで終わるんですけど、この学校はおそらくそういう枠組みがしっかり、仕組みがしっかりしているので、なぜこれがじゃあ今の時点で変化がないのかっていうのは多分分かるようになってるんだと、皆さんこれから分析されるんだと思うので、そこが分かると、効率的に取り組みは良くなってくると思うし、それかその結果、今、もうちょっとしばらくこの調子でやってみないといけないなってなるかもしれないし、その方向性がしっかりと設定できると思うので、そういう意味では、この明確な、簡潔なっていうか、分かりやすい、この、評価の仕組みっていうのはとても大切で、それをこの学校は持っておられるというふうに思いました。
Yeah, so keep working on this. You will see the positive results in the future. ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。ですので、皆さん、このまま頑張り続けてください。そしたら、成果が見えてきます。ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。Thank you. Thank you for your valuable and fruitful comment. So that's all about the on-site evaluation for Matsubara Elementary School. Again, thank you very much for your support to our school and for the evaluation of our Safe School program. Okay, that's it.
Do they understand, Yoko, that we'll make an announcement at the end of the day? Do they know that we'll make an announcement for the 4 schools at the end of today?
You mean
after we've been to the district high school?
The 4 school is going to observe your final feedback online, not on site. Well, for you, it's online anyway, but they are not going to get together. Maybe some might come, but they are going to watch on screen, you on screen.
But they know that we can't say anything about the Safe School accredited certification until then.
Yeah, I have told them. Yeah, don't worry. 今気にしてはったのが、航空認証やから今何も言えないからって分かってるって言ってたんで、伝えてますっていうふうにお伝えしました。Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well done.
Yeah.
Afternoon is 12:30 for the afternoon.
Yeah, lunchtime.
12:30. 12:30.
Yeah. Okay. Up to in your time, right?
Yeah, my time is
up to 12:30. Yeah, I got scared. Only 20 minutes. I cannot do anything else. Okay. So see you in 1:30.
Yeah. See you.
See you.
So enjoy strawberry. That's one of my favorite. Strawberry.
Oh, strawberries. I had them for breakfast, and there's more for tomorrow.
But Glenn, people are saying one more to go.
Yeah, there's been that's 10 in 5 days. Woohoo!